wake up. You roll over, reach for your phone, and catch your reflection in the black screen. And your hair is perfect. Not good, not decent, perfect. A full-on, gravity-defying golden pompadour that would make Elvis nervous. You don't know how, you don't know why, but today you are Johnny Bravo. And before you even get out of bed, you already flex. Now, real quick, if you're not subscribed yet, that's fine. Some people like to watch from the shadows. You know, lurking, reading, not committing. It's giving very much, I just came for the vibes energy. Totally valid. But the subscribed people, they're already comfortable. They pulled up a chair, they're ready. Just saying, the button's right there. It's not going anywhere. Anyway, back to the pompadour. You stumble out of bed, and the first thing you do before water, before coffee, before literally anything is walk straight to the mirror. And you just look at yourself. Not for a second, not for a quick glance. You stand there for what feels like 4 business days, making faces at your reflection. You wink, you point, you go, oh yeah, that's the stuff. This is not a bit, this is your morning routine. You're wearing a tight white t-shirt that has absolutely no business fitting the way it does on a human body. And your arms are, okay look, they're ridiculous. You are built like someone sculpted you out of frustration and self-confidence. You flex again, because why not? You head to the bathroom, and here's where it gets deeply personal. You spend more time on your hair than most people spend on their entire morning. We're talking product, we're talking the comb, we're talking tilting your head 17 different angles to make sure the pompadour catches the light correctly. You are not getting ready to go somewhere important. You are getting ready to walk to the kitchen. Same energy. You head downstairs, and there she is, Mama. She's at the stove, she's got breakfast going, and the second she sees you, she hits you with that warm, slightly tired, completely unconditional love that only a cartoon mom can deliver at 8 a.m. Morning, Johnny, and you walk in, lean against the doorframe, and go, Morning, Mama, try not to stare. She doesn't look up from the eggs. She has heard this before, many times, possibly every single day of your life. You sit down, eat your breakfast, and somehow even the way you eat is dramatic. The fork goes in slow, you chew like you're posing for something. At one point, you catch your reflection in a spoon, and you are briefly, genuinely moved. This is who you are now.
Obviously, you go to the gym. Of course you go to the gym. What else would Johnny Bravo do on a Tuesday morning? File taxes? Absolutely not. You walk in, and the thing you need to understand is you don't just enter places as Johnny Bravo. You arrive. There is a difference. Arriving means people notice. Arriving means you pause at the door long enough for an invisible audience to register your presence. You walk to the weights section, you pick up something that should not be lifted by a human being, and you start your set. Now here's the twist, and stay with me here. You are actually kind of genuinely strong. Like the muscles are real, the confidence is real. The problem is that none of that translates into success in literally any other area of your life. You are a physical specimen with the social awareness of a golden retriever who just discovered cologne. You finish your set the weights down with a satisfying clang, and a woman across the gym glances over. Just a glance, could mean anything. She probably heard the loud noise. You think it means she's in love with you. You walk over, you lean against the nearest machine with what you believe is devastating coolness, and you deliver what you have clearly practiced in the mirror as a smooth opener. Hey there, pretty lady, you come here often? Because I come here every day, and I think I would have remembered a face like, okay, I see you're putting your headphones in. That's fine, She walks away. You stand there. You look at nobody in particular. You go, she'll be back. She does not come back. And the beautiful, heartbreaking, iconic thing about being Johnny Bravo is that this does not shake you at all. You walk back to the weights, you do another set, you catch yourself in the gym mirror, and you immediately feel better. You are bulletproof in a way that is genuinely inspiring and also slightly concerning. You head to Pop's Diner, because of course you do. Pop's Place is the kind of spot that exists in every 90s cartoon. Slightly run down, inexplicably always open, and serving food that is described as a burger or a shake, with no further specifics. Pops himself is behind the counter, wiping a glass that will never be clean, greeting you with a gruff warmth that says, "I've seen too much to be surprised by you anymore." You slide into a booth, and this is where Little Susie appears. For those of you who somehow don't know, Little Susie is your neighbor. She is maybe 8 years old. She is smarter than you by a margin so large it technically needs its own unit of measurement. She will roast you with a smile on her face and then ask if you want to play checkers. She slides into the booth across from you uninvited. You didn't ask her to sit down. She is already sitting down. "Johnny," she says in that chirpy voice, "did you talk to another girl today?" "Absolutely." "Did she reject you?" "We're still in communication." Susie nods like a therapist writing something down. "So yes?" You open your mouth, you close it, you sip your milkshake with dignity. Here's the thing about Susie, though. She's not mean about it. That's what makes it worse. She's not trying to clown you. She genuinely shows up, she genuinely cares, and she is simply factually accurate in a way that you cannot argue with. She is 8 years old, and she is your most honest friend, and that is your life. You spend about an hour at Pop's, eating a burger, watching the door every time it opens, because maybe this time someone walks in and they see you in the booth, lighting hitting your hair just right, and it's like a movie. 3 people walk in. One is an old man, one is someone who immediately sits with someone else, one is a delivery person who drops off a package and leaves in under 45 seconds. You fix your hair anyway.
This is the part of the day where things go sideways, because with Johnny Bravo, they always go sideways. You decide to help someone. This is your first mistake. Not because you're a bad person, you're genuinely not, but because every single time Johnny tries to do something nice, the universe responds like a cartoon physics engine that has a personal grudge against him. You see a situation that needs handling. Maybe someone needs something moved. Maybe there's a misunderstanding that you, with your devastating confidence, decide to step in and resolve. Within 4 minutes, you have somehow made it worse. There's a thing falling. You try to catch it. You catch the wrong thing. Now 2 things are falling. You catch one of those. The first thing hits something else. That something else rolls into the street. A car swerves. The car honks. You spin around to see what happened, and you hit a fruit stand. The fruit stand guy stares at you. You look at the fruit on the ground. You look at him. You point finger guns and say, "My bad," and walk away at a pace that is technically not running. This is a normal afternoon. And yet, and this is the part that will always get you, you feel fine about it. Like genuinely fine. You dust off your shirt, you check your reflection in a car window, you give yourself a nod, and you keep going. Johnny Bravo is not built to be broken by circumstance. He is built to absorb the chaos, flex once, and continue. It is a genuinely unhinged way to move through the world, and it is also low-key a superpower. You end up back home as the sun is going down. Mama's made dinner. You sit at the table, you eat, and somewhere in the middle of the meal, something quiet happens. Something the show didn't always zoom in on, but that you feel right now living it. Mama looks at you and she's just proud of you. Not because you did anything impressive today. You got rejected at the gym, you destroyed a fruit stand, you lost a debate to an 8-year-old about your own love life. None of that matters to her. She's just glad you're there. She asks how your day was, and she actually listens. And you, Johnny Bravo, the guy who spends more time with a comb than most people spend in self-reflection, you sit there and you go, "Pretty good, mama." And you mean it. Because here's the thing nobody tells you about living as Johnny Bravo. Yes, he's vain. Yes, he strikes out constantly. Yes, he has the emotional self-awareness of a golden retriever who thinks he's a show dog. But he wakes up every morning and he commits. He walks into every room like it was built for him. He talks to every person like they're worth talking to, even if his opener is terrible. He fails in spectacular fashion, and he dusts himself off before the scene even ends. Johnny Bravo doesn't carry yesterday's embarrassment into today. He just goes. And honestly, somewhere between the gym, the diner, and the fruit stand incident, you kind of respected it. You head upstairs, you brush your teeth, you walk past the mirror one last time, and you stop.
You look at the pompadour, still perfect somehow at 9 p.m., and you do the thing. You point, you wink, you say out loud to no one, "Man, I'm pretty." And you mean it a little bit. You climb into bed, and right before the day ends, you think about all the times it went wrong, the rejection, the chaos, the Susie moment, and none of it feels that heavy. Because tomorrow, Johnny Bravo wakes up, walks to the mirror, and starts again. No grudges, no damage, just the pompadour and the confidence of someone who has never, not even once, considered that the problem might be him, which is both the funniest thing and the most quietly freeing thing you've experienced all day. If you're still here, you're the real ones. You know who you are. You watched this whole thing, probably laughed at the fruit stand, felt something weird during the mama scene. It's fine, we don't have to talk about it. Drop in the comments, what 90s cartoon character would completely ruin you for one day? Because I have a list, and I'm working through it. Subscribe if you want to be there when it happens. And hey, do you know how good this channel is? Yeah, you do.